I'm out in the beautiful Metamora, Michigan, where there are lots of rolling hills and the trees are changing colors. I'm at the Fairplay Farm because I'm going to jump on a horse, something I haven't done in probably more than 20 years, even though I just aged myself. So we're gonna go get a riding lesson and it's gonna be a good time. Hi there, I'm David.
Hi David, Debbie Pace.
So excited to be on this farm, and I don't know what we're gonna do today.
Well, I think you're going to learn to have your first riding lesson, I think is...
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Let's go do it.
And learn to is not very good. Get rid of that. We fox hunt and event. I have straight trail riders and we do straight dressage riding here. And we'll be heading up to the indoor arena, which is a kind of an unusual arena for the area, but it is made out of fabric. And it's called it's a Michigan hoop building. So this gives me the ability to ride indoors in weather like this. The reason I live in Metamora and do horses in Metamora is because of the countryside that you probably noticed on your way in.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful, yep. Here. And we can ride out. I can ride on trails out of my property, north, south, east, and west.
How much property are we on here?
We're on about 22 acres here. Feels a little bigger because of all the rolling hills we have here. Went to England in 79, early 80, and got my certificate, the beginning of my certification from the English community, and came back here and just couldn't get horses out of my system.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on the indoor arena now, and this is a 70 by 180, and
looks like one of those giant golf balls.
it does.
Yeah.
My husband, yes, would like to shoot his golf balls in here. That won't happen. So we again have the same kind of footing that I was talking to you about earlier. It's a chip stone with a sand over the top.
This is really cool.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. It provides a lot of light. A lot of indoor arenas are very dark, very cold feeling, very closed in. This is very open and bright. I rarely ever have to turn the lights on, only if I'm teaching late at night. The winter sun, you know, the coldest days, you have sun. Well, this heats up about 15 degrees warmer, so you get a little greenhousey kind of feel in here, so it really gives you a decent, you know, for the winter riding conditions.
I imagine a lot of people don't have something like this.
Correct. Yeah.
This is really nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. I have marks painted on the wall. These give riders visuals for touch points when they're doing figures and shapes. So when I teach, accuracy is very, very important in part of the learning. When we're fox hunting, we're all over the countryside. You could be cantering down a hill, and you need to learn how to do that. And we do it here, where I can take you on more gradual hills. We can take you up a steeper hill. So all of my students learn to be able to balance over uneven ground. And then I have some solid cross-country fences. I have some stadium fences. I have a ditch. I have a water jump. Eventually, we're going to pull water from there to make a big water type jump for horses to learn to go through water, to jump in water. I'm sort of the stage at the point that a rider gets a little bit more serious, and a lot of my riders, they own their own horses or they lease horses. We lease Hannigan out. And then I have a few outside lessons, a few beginners that have come to me by way of referral, and then I teach riders. I love to take riders cross country and have them experience why we live in Metamora. That's one of the main reasons people come to me, along with getting some basic skills and really drilling the basics into all of my riders to keep them safe.
I was shocked at how beautiful this horse farm is with the rolling hills and this time of year with the backdrop with all the colored trees, but I'm really excited. She went to get me a helmet, so we're going to try some riding. I haven't rode a horse since I was about 10 years old, so this should be a good time.
So a few things that are the basic requirements when riding a horse are first of all, a helmet,
Okay.
okay? And we'll see if this fits.
Okay. I'm assuming
Turn
this,
around.
yeah.
There you go. Yep, turn around.
Probably not.
Little, yeah.
I have a really big head.
Okay, we'll find.
And not,
So we will
literally I
find,
have a big head, not in the
Okay.
other sense.
right, yes. His tack is over here. So the tack consists for Hannigan of a saddle, a pad, 2 pads. This is a riser because Hannigan's an older horse and his back has gone a little bit, a little dropped. We have a bridle. This is all English, a bridle and a breastplate. And this just helps to stabilize the saddle, plus it gives a beginner rider something to hold on to.
Okay.
It's the O. Okay. And Hannigan is about 26 years old. And what keeps him healthy is some light use now for more of my beginner, a few of my beginner people, beginning to just rough up the dirt. Always making sure wherever the tack is going to go, that saddle, breastplate, bridle, that we have all of the dirt cleaned off. I don't mess around with the wet mud. You don't want to brush that. It will grind that into his skin and can cause a skin problem known as scratches. So, first of all, the curry. But a way to make sure there are no rocks that as we ride could cause him some discomfort. The saddle pad, the first pad. Then we have a riser because Hanny's got a bit of a dip in his back.
Okay.
Okay, so to balance the saddle, if you're not able to sit in a balanced way, you can't be balanced over the top of the horse. So we've got to balance the saddle up a little bit for his shortcomings.
Okay.
We just pad that up a little bit. And we don't like to say shortcomings very loud around Hanny, but
All good to go.
yep, except you need a bridle.
Oh.
Yeah, you need some steering.
That'd be nice.
Right. Okay. Then I'm going to put my hand over his nose again, so I have a lot of control. And I separate the bridle with my fingers. Make sure all these little extra leather pieces that are hanging are out of the way as I take a hold of the bit. That's the metal piece that's going to go in his mouth. Hanny's very easy to take the bit. Then go over the one ear and then the other. Getting all the hair out from underneath the bridle, coming around to the front, making sure everything is nice and straight. This is called a lunge line, and this gives me the ability to sort of act like your reins so that as you are learning how to, first of all, just sit up and steer, you don't have to worry about directing where he's going. So we're going to move him up to the mounting block, and this is what this is called, so that we don't mount from the ground, as everyone should learn to do that, but it's hard on a horse's back to constantly be giving him a chiropractic adjustment to one side. So we get on by you stepping up on the mounting block. Okay. You're going to then put your left. Yep. Into that, and I'm going to hold down on the right stirrup, okay, as you step and swing over. Yep, very good. Okay, and yep, and you've got, these are the reins, so this is how you are going to eventually be able to control him when out galloping cross country on your own.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Save that for another day.
Right. Okay, and you're going to use, so I use the terms inside and outside, all right? And so the outside, when I say your outside rein, that's going to be the one on the outside of the horse. Yep, outside of the circle. Okay. Now I'll circle in front of you. Okay, so let me get my line organized. I don't want to have any line laying on the ground. Okay, so we say Hannigan, walk on, okay? And you just breathe and relax.
Me or Hannigan?
Breathing and relaxing are very important to riding.
Okay.
The horses know when you're tense and stiff, and that's the thing about a horse like Hannigan, is he doesn't mind if you're nervous, scared, tense. He's going to kind of ignore some of that input from you, and where other horses would read that input and they would react to that, okay? So what makes a wonderful school horse like him is that he just goes, I don't think they mean it. So
otherwise what?
They would go forwards, yes. And that's what scares beginning riders, of course, is a horse running off. So, right. It scares all riders. Okay.
So he's nurturing to me.
He's very nurturing, yes he is. And he's breathing, and just as you need to be breathing. So you really have quite a nice position. Okay, so naturally, just the way you sit on a horse is quite good. Okay.
Dismount.
So okay, all right. So that was a great first lesson, David. Okay.
Thank you.
And so we'll now dismount, and first of all, both feet come out of the stirrups, and that's again for safety's sake. If you were to have one foot in the stirrup and you started to fall back, you would kick him in the side and it would make him go forward. Okay. So we want you free and clear when you decide to leave of your own volition.
Okay.
Okay.
Lean forward.
Lean forwards. Yep.
Let this go.
No, keep hold of your rein. Kind of, you put your hands on the neck as you lean forwards and swing the right leg over, and perfect. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Then we just take the stirrups up over the back when we release the girth just a little bit, so it's not quite so tight on him on his walk back up the hill. And I think I'll take this off.
I was saying, oh, thank you. I feel so much better now.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so the reins are going to come over his head. I'm going to put the stirrup up on this side, and we walk him from the left side, and we'll ask him to come on up. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Debbie, thank you so much. Here's your helmet back. I had so much fun.
Nice to meet you, David.
Nice to meet you too, and tell Hannigan thank you for letting me go on for a little ride there.
You bet. Hopefully we'll see you again.
All right, thanks.
Yep, bye-bye.
Well, it's been a long time since I actually got up on a horse. I think I was 10 years old, growing up in the country. That was so much fun. Debbie was so knowledgeable, and Hannigan was a good sport. So all in all, that was a good time, and it's so beautiful out here. I hope I can return again and maybe hop on another horse. And don't forget, maybe next time we'll take a walk in your town.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
taking a walk in Oxford and driving by, something caught my eye, the Oxford School of Music. I've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, so I made an appointment with Rick. We're gonna go in and we're gonna see if I can rock out. Hi there, how are you? I'm David.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Oxford School of Music.
Yeah, that's us.
I'm excited to get some lessons, and maybe I can walk out here playing the guitar or the piano.
You know, we can teach you everything in a very short time, and you'll be an expert.
Awesome, sounds
That's great.
good.
Yeah.
And what do you do here?
Well, what we do is we teach music lessons, and we teach all ages, mostly piano, guitar, bass, violin, a little bit of flute, and vocals.
What do you do
Yeah.
here?
Well, I'm the business owner, so I'm mostly running the ship, but I have a few students of my own as well.
One thing that I thought was really cool on the sign coming in, it said rock band lessons. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the rock band, that's a lot of fun, Dave. That's kind of my favorite thing to do. Because what we do is we take some of these kids that are taking instrument lessons and then we put them in a real rock band, and they learn to actually use what they've learned in lessons. So they learn to cooperate, play together, and it's also a social experiment, of course, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
So they don't know who is going to be in the band when you put them together? Or sometimes
Usually
they
not. Usually
Really?
not. Yeah, because they just sort of sign up as a class, and then sometimes the kids know each other, sometimes they don't. But yeah, we try to group them in age, close in age, and also in ability, so that they're not too freaked out. You don't want the 16-year-olds and the 8-year-olds in the same rock band.
Do you ever have like a group of kids come in together that are friends and say they want?
We have before, yeah, in the past, and we've also had adults that have signed up too. So the adult band, there's still a band floating around somewhere that stayed together. They call
Really?
themselves Cheap and Easy. And these guys, they're a great bunch of guys, and they're from all different walks of life. Some of them are engineers, and one guy's a UPS driver, and they're just all different guys, and they get together and play classic rock songs every week.
That's awesome.
And after a while, they started getting their own gigs and everything, so.
And so they have, their real job by day. Why do you think it's so important as a musician for people to, be involved and play music?
I don't know. I think it's just something that all cultures have always done, is had music as part of their culture, and it's relaxing, and it's something that just takes people's minds away from their troubles and their everyday life. And it's almost like a form of meditation for the people that do it, because you're not really thinking about anything else when you're playing music. So
It's an outlet that gives you a high.
definitely, yeah, or a low if you suck at it.
Well,
I
that's
say
why
that?
they
I'm
come
sorry.
here. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
say that. That's why they need to come here.
That's
They
right.
suck at it.
Yeah.
Well, you obviously play more than one instrument, I assume?
Actually, I play mostly guitar, and then I also play bass, which I'm kind of new at, but I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, what is your favorite thing? That's what I was going to lead into. What's your favorite thing?
Favorite genre or favorite?
Just, say you wanted to go, relax, and you were going to go pick up an instrument. What do you do?
Yeah, at home I'll just maybe play a classical piece, usually a Spanish piece, or I might tune my guitar to an open tuning and just do like a Rolling Stones thing that's real easy and just beat the crap out of the guitar, and just, it just depends what kind of a mood I'm in.
Oh, yeah?
Whether I want to get technical or just kind of mess around with a slide or something.
Yeah. Do you have a band that you belong to? You have some friends that you jam out with?
Yeah, I have a couple buddies. They're both engineers, real smart guys, really good musicians, and we get together and we play either jazz or rock. We have 2 configurations, and so we'll do like jazz standards, and we'll also do classic rock stuff like Led Zeppelin and things like that. So.
How did you end up doing this? How did you get here in life?
Well, it's interesting. My mom was a piano teacher, and my dad's side of the family, they're from Spain. They were all pretty musical guitar players, and so just music was always around, and it's just something that I thought was a normal part of life. I didn't know that not everybody did this, and so I had another career before this, and then I got a little tired of that, and I thought, well, what else could I do? And I realized, hey, I can do music. And so I had a lot of training and had a lot of business training, and so I just started that and hired a bunch of teachers, and it's worked out really well. You know, I seem to have a knack for it, I guess. So.
And how are you in this community, and how does the community receive you?
I love this community. Yeah, it's the second community that I've done this in, and I really like it here. Music seems to be really important to people here, and it's been a pleasure, you know, to do business in Oxford, and not only business. It's not even like a job. It's like it's almost like just an outreach, an activity, just a cooperative thing to do with the community. Yeah. And I like it a lot. The people are great. Yeah.
And you know, you say the importance, music is important.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, it's funny because most communities, they're really into their sports, and that's cool too. I mean, that gives kids cooperate and, you know, learn social skills. But it's interesting that here it seems like people are also just as much into the arts. And you know, we've got the high school up here, and they do, you know, digital media and newscasting and a variety of things. They even have classes for theater and so forth. And it just seems like people around this town, this community, are very well rounded and sort of you know, progressive in their thinking. They realize it's not all about playing football or all about music either, or art. It's like different activities are beneficial, you know, right, for the whole person. Yeah.
All right, well, what are we going to do? What are you going to teach me?
What we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to play a Rolling Stones song.
Okay.
Yeah. In
one lesson.
In one lesson, yeah. And you better not let me down.
Well, I hope you can get some satisfaction, no pun intended.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. There, and grab the red guitar, and here's a pick for you.
Okay.
And what we're going to do here is, Dave, have you ever played a guitar at all before?
Nope, I've picked one up.
It's first time, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is adjust these things, make sure we're... Okay, now, what I'm going to show you how to do here is, why don't you put your first finger right there on the second string. Yep. On the first fret.
Okay.
Yep. And just go ahead and see if you can get a sound out of it. Yeah, this one right here. Press a little harder. Good. Now take it off and play it. Okay, now play the whole guitar like this.
With no finger?
Yeah. How's that sound?
Good.
Yeah, pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to strum a little bit for a minute, get a rhythm going here. So we're going to go.
Oh, you want me to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn a Rolling Stones song. Okay? So here's the intro. I'm going to play the intro. And then you start strumming with me. This is called Tumbling Dice. Now Mick Jagger starts singing here. Da, 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 da. I don't know the words. Da, 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 da.
I feel like I'm really bad at jamming out with you.
Oh, you're doing great. You're doing great. Good.
What? How? I don't think this...
All right, so that's Tumbling Dice.
All right, rock on.
Yeah, yeah. So what we do is we just, this is called the Keith Richards tuning. It's like an open tuning. So you can actually strum the guitar and it's already a chord. So the way he approaches it is he just uses kind of minimal fingering, which is a real easy way to play the guitar. So it's kind of a fun way to get started. It's not what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Right.
But it's a way you can get started and play pretty quickly and just have some fun. Usually I'll show this method to adults. Kids, they pick up stuff so fast that we can just show them everything right away.
Really?
And they're just, yeah, kids are smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, adults not so much.
Yeah.
You know, but we teach adults all the time. You know, they come in and they have, you know, sometimes, oh, I've always wanted to learn this particular song. And so we start teaching them that song, and pretty soon they're hooked, you know, and that's great. So,
Awesome.
good job.
Did you hear me rocking out?
Did you catch that on film?
Sure did. Let's do it.
All right, man.
Let's do some more jamming here.
Yeah, here we
Do
go.
more. Oh, you want to do more?
Perfect. Here's the next part.
I don't think I can get both coordination. All right.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Let me shake your hand, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, perfect. When will you be back?
Rocking out to Rolling Stones. I'm going to bring in that acoustic guitar that I bought and come in here.
Yeah,
That'd be
you
fun.
should.
Returning to the crash site is tough. Made a traffic stop on Gratiot. As I was about to go and get my dog out of my car, a drunk driver struck the back of my canine SUV. The mirror and spotlight on my driver's side pillar struck me square in the face. What I do remember is what everybody... I remember what everybody did for me.
Living Legends helps cops and their families in need. Please donate today.
You know, after rocking out to the Rolling Stones, I thought, you know, and going in there with that piano lesson with Molly, I got pretty confident. You can see, you can learn a lot here at the Oxford School of Music. So I think today was a productive day here at the School of Music. So we'll say goodbye, and then maybe I'll come back some other time. So thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Well, thank you, Dave. You did a great job. I'm amazed.
Yeah, you heard me playing that piano in there?
Yeah, amazing progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Great school you have
you
here.
must be a prodigy.
I am.
Yeah?
What can I say? You know?
I don't know.
Thank you so much. Be
Yeah,
back
thanks
soon.
again, Dave. Take
Take
care,
care.
man.
So how fun was that? I got to play a Rolling Stone song on an electric guitar, and then, okay, well, maybe that really wasn't me playing the piano, but if you come to the Oxford School of Music, you can pretty much learn how to do anything, and you can be in a rock band. That is pretty cool. Set you up with a group of people, and then you all can jam out together. So really great time here at the Oxford School of Music. We'll see you next time.